Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team here on the PS5 with Brabham, Cadillac. Tonight, round 19, we are heading to COTA for a double header, sprint and main race, the Circuit of the Americas, the United States Grand Prix. So 2 days away from the Austin, Texas Grand Prix. We are at the start of a new month. We've already got most of the stuff done that we needed to get done. Our car has now reached its peak. It won't get any better than this season. It looks much healthier on the sliders there, as you can see. Let's actually take a look in a little bit more detail. Evening, Dino. So 10th now in top speed, best acceleration on the grid. DRS now 13th. The cornering is definitely looking better than it used to. 11th and then 14th for medium high and our dirty air performance. Tyre wear is looking very good now. 7th on the grid. Engine cooling still pretty abysmal, but I'll fix everything. So let's take a look at how we're doing against some of the other teams. Let's go start with next year. The team we're going to, Ferrari. And Ferrari have taken a step forward. Looks like they're running the same spec on both cars. So Ferrari are actually quicker than we are right now. Which I didn't expect after those upgrades. Their acceleration has improved. It's still not great, but it's improved. Their DRS is better than ours. We've got the edge in the low speed, but they are better than us in the high and the medium speed. They've also got better dirty air performance than us. So their car has come on leaps and bounds this season. Only the drivers were better than they are. They might actually score some points. But, yeah, that Ferrari has definitely become a better package, hasn't it? Okay. Question is, have they bankrupted themselves in the pursuit of all this performance that they've found again? Let's take a look at McLaren. McLaren have definitely slipped a little bit in terms of speed. In fact, what we should probably do is advance the last couple of days, just in case teams haven't put any bits on that they need to put on. So let's take another look at McLaren. Yeah, McLaren, their downforce levels are strong. Speed and acceleration, not the greatest. They've got a good DRS, which will help them on the long back straight here at COTA. That's Porsche. Let's see if there's any difference between him and Norris. Nope, same spec by the look of it. Evening, Clark. You're surprised that they can afford the upgrades. I don't think the AI is bound by the cost cap until the end of the year. So I think they just can keep spending and keep spending and keep spending, which is how they managed to bankrupt the team the following season. I don't think they are actually bound by the cost cap, which is a bit bizarre, but that's what I've read in the past. Whether there's any truth to it or not, I don't know. Let's take a look at Red Bull. Very quick car, 3rd in top speed, 4th acceleration, 4th in DRS. Slight advantage against them in the low. They are slightly better in the medium and high. We've got slightly better dirty air. And let's see what that actually looks like. So they're still nearly half a kilometre an hour faster than us. The acceleration gap is much, much smaller now. DRS, we're talking less than 2%. Pretty close in the low speed. And trading them a little bit in the medium and high. And 0.5% or so in the dirty air. So quite well balanced against the Red Bull. We have an edge in certain places, they have an edge in other places. It's pretty nip and tuck, but that should help in the fighting with Charles Leclerc. Is he running a different spec? Slightly different spec. I actually want to have a look at this, see what the actual main differences is between the two cars. So they put something on Ocon's car that has improved the downforce slightly and the acceleration at a cost to speed, tyre wear, or the other way around. They've put something on Leclerc's car that has taken away from the downforce in terms of finding extra tyre wear and speed. But the car is lighter on Ocon's, which suggests that he's got a more lightweight part somewhere. It's a kilo lighter in weight. Okay, that's a little unusual. Let's take a look at Williams. Still mighty quick. Very strong performance in acceleration. DRS looks very strong indeed. And they're better than us across the board in cornering stats. We do have a couple of percent or so in tyre wear, but that's not much. This is Gasly's car. Let's have a look at Max's, which is effectively the same by the look of it. So yeah, there's Max. So he is going to be a big threat again today, given the performance of the car. It's a very well balanced car. Good combination of speed and traction. The only weakness in that car is its tyre wear, and that's not horrendous, really. And maybe a little bit of extra low speed performance would balance it out a little bit better. But yeah, its biggest weakness is its tyre wear, and it's not that bad. So Max, having finally won a race again for the first time in about 3 years, is going to be looking to continue that winning return tonight as well. Let's see if we can hold him off. Let's check in with the drivers. Quick look at their stats. Antonelli is actually in a slightly better mood. He's ahead in slightly more categories. Ooh, okay. Why is Oscar not so happy? Is that just because the performance? Just unhappy with car performance. That seems to be quite a big loss. Where is his... There we go. So he's unhappy with his salary. Unhappy with car performance. If anything, he should be getting a less impactful bonus. He's lost his car advantage. He's a little grumpy about his salary. But, yeah. Okay, so it'll be very close between the two again. Let's set our targets. 12th for Oscar should comfortably be able to do that. And 16th for Kimi should comfortably be able to do that as well. Let's head to Texas.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. The Circuit of the Americas is known for its bumpy surface, and with around 133 feet of elevation changes, starting with the uphill climb to Turn 1, the Big Red, it's an all-round challenge for cars and drivers.
In this round, the teams have 2 races to contend with both the Sprint and the Grand Prix offering the chance to bag some championship points.
Now let's get the weekend underway.
right, so let's have a look. I'm not going to bother changing anything powertrain-wise, just for one session. So we'll just go as we are. Let's try and get the setup balanced as quickly as we can as well. So we're looking usually around about a 13 on the rear wing. Could be a little higher, could be a little lower, but it's usually a 13 on the rear wing. The front wing's quite high. It's usually around an 8, 8.5, somewhere like that. So we'll start with an 8.5, 13. We'll go with a 1.9 on the roll bar. We'll push the camber all the way out, and we'll leave the toe where it is. You can see where the toe shakes out on that car. So it's normally, I think, 16 laps for a split run. We're only going to get this one session to get everything done, so we are going to go for the entire session. So double plus a couple, we'll go 35 laps instead of the 32 laps of running that we would normally do across 2 separate runs. And we'll do 35 laps with Kimmy as well. Make sure we're on those hard tyres. There. Alright, so let's go slightly different with this car. Let's go with an 8, a 13. We'll go with a 2.8. So we'll just pull that in a little bit. We'll push that out, but again, pull it in a little bit. And I'm going to drop this down the opposite way, like that. And let's see how that works. All right, we are good to go.
Oscar, radio check.
Yep, radio check.
That's loud and clear.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Radio's loud and clear.
Warm the tyres where you can.
Yep.
Just be mindful of curbs.
Copy.
All right, speed them up. Wait for that feedback to come in and see if we are close or way off. Couple of rookie runs today. Freddie Vesti is in for is that Williams? Is that Alpine? Alpine. Dino Beganovic is in for Valtteri in the Sauber. Fuji is running in the McLaren.
Feedback on the car?
I think it's just those three.
Yeah, firm.
Yeah, just those three. We have our first bit of feedback, and 93 is a strong starting position. We can see we can make any obvious tweaks once the session is finished, but we are running to the flag effectively. So we're waiting on Oscar, and Oscar's nailed it. Oscar's perfect. Excellent stuff. So Oscar's already running at 79% driver prep, because his setup will give him 50% boost to driver prep. 93. That's going to be... That's going to be about 46% a boost. So that's going to put Antonelli around about 75%. That's not bad. And then the time they spend on track, plus the extra car park knowledge they gain, should get us pretty close to 100 off this one session. We don't have to worry about Oscar's setup because we've nailed that one, but there is a risk with Kimi that if we do make a change and we get it wrong, science is out. Might happen to Carlos. Oh, that car is sparking very, very badly.
Delta positive.
Yeah, great.
No shit.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
And so that's the end of science this afternoon in practice. Sorry, Carlos. Oh, it's showing us another replay.
I cannot believe it.
Then see the mechanics go, oh, again. Let's continue skipping time forward. Yeah, as I was saying, the risk with Antonelli is if we make a change and we get it wrong, we could drop him further away from hitting 100. That driver prep is going up slowly. And so the setup boost has to be added in afterwards because they haven't gone back to the pits yet. But we do not want to break their curve that they're on right now for track knowledge gain. Because if we do, it'll take them about 10 minutes of running to get back into that higher window again. Which is why we went heavy on fuel. I've been a little busy in the background with some more F1 Manager stuff today. Knocked out the Grand Slam trophy for pole, lead every lap, and get the win.
Surface temperatures
and the fastest lap.
Quite low.
Did that with my speedrun team at Monaco. And then I designed a new livery for next season for this team, because the one-off livery that the livery I was going to run last year might just be a one-off for the last race of this season instead, and then I might switch it to the new livery that I worked on earlier today. Evening, Farah, and I'll give you guys a sneak peek at the end of the stream. designed a new sponsor logo, and so I'll probably do a tutorial for that. Oh, let's keep them on track just for that last couple of laps.
Yep, copy.
Yeah, we're going to fall just short, look. A little
Check
bit
the flag,
too
mate.
much car park knowledge to overcome. But I did the logo and then did a livery, then did a race suit, and I like it. All right, 96 and 92. It's pretty good. We might be able to just sneak an extra couple of percent for Kimi, but we're taking that risk. We could push him further away and potentially drop him out of the good confidence window that he's in right now.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
So let's take a look. Roll bar is wrong. Oh, could go either way. It's more likely to be that way. What if I just do something like that? If I get this right, he's going to be pretty much bang on 100. If I get it wrong, he's going to be down in the low 80s, I think. I'll go with that. Take that gamble. So Leclerc is going to follow Oscar straight out. Porsche has popped out, and we will be a little bit behind him as well. And there is one of the Alpines popping up behind us. That is Zhou Guanyu. Shorter sessions because it's sprint quali, just 12 minutes for SQ1 instead of the usual 18. Traffic can be an absolute nightmare if you catch it in the wrong spot. So there is a risk, but hopefully with the fact that it's a shorter session, should get everybody out pretty quickly. And then the second run's going to be trickier. Still, they're leaving the pit lane. Now it's going to start to become an issue as the last cars all start to pile out. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. Oh, this could be a very badly compromised run here.
Let's go.
Evening, Army.
So we've got 8 seconds of clear air ahead. Good to go.
Get out of the way. We saw that.
Definitely got held up a little bit there. Oh, come on. Move. Damn Ferrari. Oh, God. Now Ocon. Ah. So, yeah, these first laps are going to be a bust. They're going to be way off the ultimate pace. We are definitely going to have to go again. That Ferrari looked flat out to you. Like, cheeky. Let's not forget the Ferrari is actually slightly quicker than we are. It's not my fault it's being driven by a toddler. .134.3, it's not great.
P1.
Leclerc also got held up very badly. He's 3 seconds slower than us. Pourchaire, fractionally slower. Timmy, 4 tenths down.
Currently
Joe goes
P3.
6 tenths quicker than us,
Yeah, we're happy with that.
which just gives you an immediate impact of how much he got held up, but it's nothing compared to how much Leclerc got held. Bottas now goes even quicker. Gasly is the first. Pretty competitive looking time there, 132.5. That puts Antonelli over 2 seconds off. Max is starting his lap in the wheel tracks of one of the Astons. And that'll be Alex Albon, as Van Dorn has just posted a time. So Max is going to be compromised through most of the lap here. And someone's off. Stroll is out. Stroll's done Stroll things.
Red flag, red flag.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner. Oh, and there wasn't a lot that could be done to
That's
avoid
exactly what
crashing
Carlos
into the
did.
barrier. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you?
So Stroll is out. He will take no further part in qualifying. Won't get through into the next session. Don't think he'd even set a time. He hadn't, so he will probably start from the back of the grid. Let's prep the tyres. And this is really going to screw up when we make the run. Seven minutes to go. Still cars have yet to set a time. Go now and hope. Oh. Great minds think alike as Ocon pops out right at the same time. Antonelli's going to have a couple of cars in front as well. One's a Mercedes and I think maybe a Sauber as well. Valtteri. Or is it just the one car? It might just be the one car, actually. It might just be Sainz. Or it could be Ricardo. No, it's Sainz. No, it is Ricardo. Yeah, just the one car between us. We've lost a lot of ground against Ocon. That'll be because we got pulled over for Van Dorn. I think. We were nose to tail with him, and now he is quite a way ahead of us. So someone, it won't be Van Dorn. Van Dorn's wasted the time, but somebody went through. It's Albon who's gone through, starting his flying lap, and that's what's opened up that gap. It's actually given Sainz, given Ricardo that chance to get a slipstream off the back of Oscar. This is our final attempt. We are currently through, but there are a lot of cars that have yet to actually set a time. We could get knocked out if we do not improve.
Drive straight out, track will be clear.
You're good to open the lap.
So we're still waiting for a time from both Ferraris, Ocon, both Mercedes and Max and Iwasa. Iwasa yet to start his flying lap, should get there. So all the damage to Oscar was done mainly in the first sector. All the damage to Antonelli was mainly done in the middle sector. As Norris pops up into P2. One of the Ferraris is up in 9th place right now. We might see a Ferrari actually get out of Q1 for the first time ever this year. The T is abysmally slow. Purple middle sector for Oscar. He is finding some pace. Until he's found some. Is it going to be enough? It should be. It should be enough. Oscar goes P2, just 11 thousandths slower than Gasly. Antonelli goes quick. Wow, he goes very quick. He must have had a blinding final sector. He was slightly up on Oscar in the first sector, slightly down in the middle, and then about almost a tenth up in the final sector. So, yeah, sometimes just looking at the coloured bars does not tell the picture. But we are through, and Ferrari have got one of their cars through. Mori in 14th place. We are losing Tsunoda, Perez, Iwasa, Sainz, Petit, and Stroll at the end of Sprint Quali 1. Oh, I made the car worse. Is still just in the high confidence. So that is a 3.7. Okay. Well, we can fix that after the sprint itself for the actual race. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. Let's head out for Sprint Quali 2. Should get most of the field out very, very quickly here. There we go, it's just us. Could Ferrari do the unthinkable and actually get into the top 10 shootout here? Evening, Adrian. A nice big gap between us and each other, so that should eliminate any dirty air issues that might pop up, and also if there is a mistake somewhere on the circuit, someone goes yellow, it should hopefully clear by the time we get there.
Tyre temperature's still okay at the moment. We're happy at this tyre temperature. We'll keep an eye on it.
Good gap in front. Let's go.
We're happy where we are on tyres. It's all clear ahead. Yeah, good to go.
So everyone's going to be green apart from whoever goes purple. Because no one has set any time, so every sector will be a personal best. Looks like Leclerc is right behind Verstappen, so he's going to get an absolute monster time potentially here. Max slightly quicker than Leclerc in the middle. Maybe Max has caught a slipstream. And there's the yellow flag. There's a lock-up for Sargent, and Sargent was one of the earliest cars in that train as well. So his lap is scuffed. Is it going to slow anyone else down?
And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
Possibly. Should be clear by the time we get through. Max goes quickest. Leclerc goes quickest still by just 32 thousandths. Very tight there. Sargent still hasn't crossed the line yet. Murray's in the top 10. And we're going to knock him out. He would have made it had it not been for us. We go P3.
You're currently P3, Oscar.
And Antonelli
Looks like a nice lap, Oscar.
goes P5.
On the way in.
Yep.
We might have time for another run. Murray in 12th place right now.
That's currently P5.
It's a long way behind Ricciardo. 0.6 of a second, that's a lot to find. I wonder if they're running different spec on the two Ferraris. And let's see if anyone else comes back out. We'll prep just in case. But we should be safe. And we should be able to sit the rest of the session out. Oh, yeah, everyone is piling out, look. I am going to sit in the garage. I think we've done enough. So let's keep an eye on Maury. Not going to get a slipstream on this run. He's got Williams in front of him, that's just going to leave him for dead. Can he improve? Asty is the same tyres, everyone does. And this is going to be the big downside for Maury, because he is very hard on his tyres. He's not able to improve in the first sector. Only 3 people have so far. Norris and the 2 Williams drivers. And Valtteri is going to get a really big slipstream here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him try and overtake that Ferrari. There he comes. Just throws it up the inside. Yeah, Maury is spent. He will not be improving. May yet slip down a little bit because everyone behind him, apart from Van Dorn, is improving as well. No improvements. And Maury slips down to 14th place, but that's still pretty good, considering that Ferrari have never even really come close to getting out of Q1. 14th, that's a step forward. Right, final sprint quali. Soft tyres on this one. And we're going to have time for one run. 8 minutes.
Okay, that's green light.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, so Leclerc's still in the garage. Max starting his flying lap now. He's going to be our early benchmark. Ocon's on an out lap going through towards the end of the first sector. And pole position, I think, is going to be between Max and Leclerc. I don't think we have got enough pace to dislodge either of them at the moment with the form they're in. Albon's time will be pretty easily beaten. Oscar's now getting ready to start his flying lap. He crosses the line and he is underway. Antonelli starts to wind the pace up as well. We've got a car popping out. Valtteri.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right in front of Antonelli. God damn it. Don't hold me up, don't hold me up, don't hold me up. Thank you. So Max up to the line. So 1:31.8 is the benchmark to beat. Leclerc now leaving the pits. We are slower than Max through the first sector.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, we saw that.
Albon didn't really hold us up there. Just slightly compromised the line going into the corner, but no big lift needed. And I don't think he's going to be an issue for Antonelli. So Antonelli's lap will be clean as well. Not a good run for Norris. 2 seconds off the pace. Oh, wow. We are
P2.
6 tenths away from Max.
Okay, that's decent, Oscar. If you could keep your pace up on the in-lap.
Copy.
Mighty final sector for Antonelli. He gets a little bit closer. He's 3 tenths away.
Yeah.
So Max sitting on provisional pole.
That's
Ocon might have the pace to beat him, but I don't think he will.
We're happy with that. And we will box end of this lap.
Copy. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, only P6 for Ocon. 3 seconds off. He got held up badly somewhere. Actually, just having trouble getting through there. So Leclerc and Gasly both starting their laps as Max dives into the pits. It was Max getting potentially in Gasly's way there. This is the man I think will take pole position away from Max. Well, is capable of taking pole position away from Max. Whether he will or not is another matter. Did not go purple in the first. Neither did Gasly. So a disadvantage for Verstappen. Valtteri about to cross the line. Valtteri goes P4. Second off the pace though. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Can he take pole from Max? No, he can't. 25 thousandths the difference. Those two are going to be extremely hard to beat on race day. A little easier on the sprint perhaps, but the race itself is going to be very hard to beat them. We're still waiting on Porsche. The last car to cross the line. And Porsche goes P5. So, a couple of cars very much out of position. Did not get a clean run. Gasly, Norris, Ocon all getting held up somewhere on their laps. Max has the pole for the sprint.
Well, it's a different format this weekend, with a sprint set to spice up today's events.
And of course, the big incentive here is getting a few extra points on the board, with the top finishers in the sprint set to add to their championship tally.
But the question is, who will be the lone star in the sprint around Texas?
Do I think I can make those tyres work? Or do I play it safe? We've used 2 sets of mediums, just getting through qualifying. So we're only going to have 2 brand new sets. I'd rather keep those for the race. So yeah, we will go with the softs. Let's whack in 1 extra lap of fuel. My headset's just disconnected again. It's the 2nd time today, like the 4th time this week. Yeah. There we go. PlayStation Link just still unreliable. All right, let's send them to the grid for the sprint.
Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
I was hoping we might get the jump off the line. Antonelli got ahead of Piastri.
So Oscar, we can look after this tyre.
Copy.
And we need to make sure that the front 2 don't bolt away from us. Porsche's coming at us hard. We are the only cars on the softs. Perez the only driver on hard tyres. Everybody else going for mediums. Stroll starting from the pit lane, which is why he's so far off the back of everybody else. Playing catch up at the moment. We have a fault for Zhou already.
The downshift is super hard.
Gearbox issues already.
Overtake available.
DRS enabled. Currently P4. 0.4. And 1.1. Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Yep. Copy.
We are bolting away from Teo. It's going to leave him very vulnerable to Valtteri.
Copy. We don't need to take any risks.
Copy.
Leclerc making the move down on Max with the DRS, gets ahead at the end of the long back straight.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
This is our race. These 4 cars. A reminder for everyone as well that F1 Manager will be available for free on the Epic Games Store for a week starting tomorrow. You heard I was going to O2 to help reveal the liveries. Oh, that would be nice, but no. We've got a problem for Yuki as well now. Couldn't quite catch the radio on that one. So I think this brings more excitement to the reveals, or should they have just done how they do normally? Well, it's a one-off at the moment because it's the 75th anniversary. So I don't think it's planned to be a regular thing. I think, like I said, it's just a one-off because of
This is good.
the anniversary itself.
P2, Verstappen just ahead of
And the
yourself.
teams are still doing some form of reveal themselves afterwards, because the worry was that the teams would just go, oh well, we've shown delivery off, that's all we need to do, and not do a proper reveal like they have done. We won't get the big full reveals that we've had in the last couple of years, I think, because some of that excitement will already have gone, but don't expect to see any of the cars at the O2 actually being the cars that will be used this season.
Good job.
They are going to be show cars. They might even be last year's car. I mean, Sauber's car is going to be a complete dummy car because they're immediately auctioning it off as soon as the reveal is done. So there'll be absolutely nothing on that car that is anything close to what it will look like, I think, for the next season. We have a yellow flag. It's a Ferrari. It's Petit.
Yellow's ahead, yellow flags.
Copy.
Right then, we can take a look now. So we're heading now into turn 5. And round they spin. Oh dear
Big
me,
spin.
you don't want to be doing that.
Very big spin. That will have done some damage to the tyres. Ooh, yeah, that's 62%. This Antonelli has the lead. Piastri now gets past Charles Leclerc. This sprint should be pretty straightforward for us. It usually is.
And overtake is available.
You can start pushing.
We'll see if we can break away early.
P3. Next car is Verstappen. Okay, Leclerc is the car behind.
Yeah, 7/10. Needs to be more.
Make sure we get the pack back.
Copy.
Overtake available.
Yeah. Copy.
We'll get the jump on Max there.
Yeah. Copy.
And now we have to push really hard to break away from him.
Good
He's
job.
going to come back at us with the slipstream.
P2.
We are definitely going to get the breakaway on this lap. Should hopefully be clear of Max by the end of the first sector now.
Tyre management, everything's good.
Max trying to come back at us. Oscar lost a little bit of momentum as well. Don't know if he got the DRS. See if that rear wing opens up. Yes, it does. Just got it. And that will keep him safe from Max.
Focus on recharge.
So there we
Let's
go.
just keep these tyres in good
Nice
condition.
little lead. Let's see if we can keep it stable without having to push the tyres again. So Ocon is up to 7th. Porsche has slipped down to 8th place now. Gasly up to 5th, leading the second group. Hopefully we can get ourselves into a nice comfortable rhythm now.
How's the tyre?
Tyre feels okay.
10 minutes left at Goodison. And we're keeping that gap at around 3.5 seconds. Max has broken away from Leclerc. It's a fault now for
But the car's
Porsche.
definitely not happy. Surely
It's
some
getting
kind
a
of fault.
little crowded around Teo right now. That's a heavy fault as well. Let's drop the engine temps
Just
down.
increased LICO.
Ocon is through. He's slipped back a little bit. Back to the front of this little pack. 3 seconds behind Gasly and Bottas. Ricciardo into 10th, but there's no points for 9th or 10th in the sprint. It's got to be a top 8 finish. Which means Norris is going to have to do the dirty on his teammate. And he has a look at it. As I think about it. What is that fault? Do we know yet? Oh, it's his battery. Oh, so Porsche is going to be a sitting duck. As soon as he runs out of battery, it's going to take him an eternity to recharge it. And he will just be blitzed. Our gap to Max now 5 seconds. And the reason I said Porsche is going to get blitzed is because he's not going to be able to stay in Ocon's DRS once that battery's gone. And all those cars behind him will just pick him off one after another. And then he'll start falling into the clutches of Van Dorn and Sargent as well. So he could finish well out of the points by the time this is over. He's hanging on for now, but all about how much battery he's actually got left at the moment. It's got 2.8 megajoules at the start of the lap. So he's not spending it yet. And he has actually just about, I say just about managed to break away. Couldn't quite in the end. Petit is in for a new set of tyres after that big spin that he had. Gets himself a set of softs. That'll improve his pace, but he'll still finish way at the back. Anyone else looking a bit risky? No, not even close. Antonelli is keeping Oscar at bay.
Currently P1. Behind we got Piastri. Gap 0.3.
And Oscar immediately dive bombs him just to tell me to shut up. Gap's up to 7 seconds now.
And when you can, feedback on your
The
tyres.
sprint's going to be very comfortable. But the race is another matter. I can't believe we still haven't offered Salah a new contract. Top scorer in the league, top assist provider in the league. Maybe we should be giving him that deal. Looks like Leclerc is looking to try and close back in on Max. He's got that DRS. It's very close to Max in the braking zone up into turn 1. They go back down the hill through the sweepers. Or heading back down the hill to the hairpin before the long back straight. Is he going to have a look? Not quite. Has to back out of it. But he'll have the DRS. This should be a pretty straightforward manoeuvre here. Rear wing opens up. He's got the overspeed. Now it's going to be about who's bravest on the brakes. Oh, it's not even going to be close. Look. Max not even close enough to have a think about it. That's Leclerc up into third, but he's 8 seconds behind us. And we are not likely to lose that lead anytime soon. Max will now try and come back at Leclerc. They'll go side by side into turn 1-ish. And Max moves back ahead. Those two are going to be scrapping all the way to the flag. And behind that, Gasly and Valtteri are still squabbling over 5th and 6th. Norris has got past Ocon and broken away from him. So we're now going to have a 3-car fight for 5th. Need to clear my throat. There we go. And Porsche has sunk down to 11th place. Yeah, it's used some battery and it's going to take him a long time to charge that back up. Well, he fall victim to Logan Sargent as well. Don't need to worry about the fastest lap, not here. Let's keep an eye on this 3-way fight here. Ricciardo's passed Ocon as well, so Ocon's struggling. And these two have definitely been costing themselves time. Albon gets past Ocon as well now, so Ocon out of the points in 10th place. Gasly gets alongside, then ahead. I think he's got the DRS as well, so chance to break away here for Pierre. He needs to. Norris is going to try and gobble up Valtteri here in the braking zone. And he gets on through. Good move for Lando. He's 6. Murray's been unable to keep his pace going. As he's dropped to 19th. He immediately drops to 20th. And now we have a yellow flag. That Joe and Sonoda? Sonoda
This
locking
is
up.
what happened. This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. Things look fine here. The brakes couldn't cope, and they ended up their own passenger.
Is that going to hurt the tyres enough? No, they're 46% now. He should be fine.
We can use the pace now.
And Gasly has got that little breakaway. See if Norris can chase him down.
Possibly you can reduce the LICO slightly.
So happy to drop, lift and coast.
A lot of little squabbles going on, but the only battle of any real substance right now is this one. And let's let these guys start to actually fight properly. Valtteri's back on Gasly again. Leclerc has a slight tyre wear advantage.
The gear is strange.
So there's gearbox problems for Tsunoda. That will now be changed after the sprint. And Leclerc again just keeping Max at bay. These two could basically continue scrapping all the way through like this for the rest of the season. The drivers are finally matched, the cars are finally matched. And Max getting the move done this time.
Is very, very difficult.
Again, Leclerc keeps the car alongside. This is a masterful defensive drive here from Charles Leclerc. 2 laps to go. Antonelli has got the lead for now. Max with another attempt. And again, Leclerc just hangs it around the outside and keeps the position. He has been superb.
More lift and coast.
Copy.
Time is running out for the Dutchman. Porsche was caught by Sainz. He's now down in 12th place, and Van Dorn might be closing in. Pretty evenly matched on pace last time around. Once again, Max having a look. And should get the move done this time. And does, finally, at like the 4th time of asking through that corner. But there's only 1 lap to go after this, and it does mean that it is advantage for Leclerc being sat in that DRS. Antonelli again just holding back Piastri into turn 1. Here comes Leclerc again.
I am trying.
Keep your head down.
Oh, Max gets run wide, but now Max will have the DRS on the long back straight. Oh, was that a crash for someone? Iwasa maybe with a lockup. It was a crash. Iwasa and Mori coming together at turn 19. Oh, you're kidding. Oh my God. 8th minute of stoppage time. Oh my God, ridiculous. No penalties between Iwasa and Mori. Antonelli has the lead. He's going to cross the line to win the sprint. He's kept Oscar at bay. Leclerc is going to keep Max at bay unless it's a last corner lunge. There isn't. It is going to be Leclerc in P3, Verstappen P4. 10 seconds back from hour 2, but 12.5 seconds clear of Gasly and co.
Okay, buddy, that's the checkered flag.
Bottas will hang on for 6th. Norris will get 7th. Ocon will take the final point in the sprint, just keeping Ricciardo at bay.
Thanks, guys.
And Porsche is going to end up in 12th place.
You need to turn the car fully off.
He will have a new battery unit in the car for main qualifying, and Tsunoda will have a new gearbox as well.
And what a fantastic sprint win that is.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
So confirmation of the sprint result then. Both of our drivers gaining 2 places. It's a win for Kimi. Oscar takes 2nd. Leclerc in 3rd. Max 4th. Gasly 5th. Valtteri is 6th. 7th for Norris. 8th for Ocon. Ricciardo 9th and just out of the points by less than 0.3 of a second. Then it's Albon in 10th. Sargent, Porsche, Van Dorn, Sainz, Lawson, Zhou, Mori, Stroll, Iwasa, Perez, Sonoda, and Petit, who was 22 seconds off the pace, having to make that extra pit stop.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Must be.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
Well, Crofty, here is a driver who's just oozing confidence right now. We could see the impact it's having, and I'm sure that'll carry through to qualifying.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
Right, we have some changes to make to Antonelli's car. That's what we're going with. That should fix it, I hope. We're going to do our first run on these used mediums. And we'll get out nice and early.
Green light. Wake up those rear brakes.
Copy.
So who else has joined us? Joe, Sonoda and Petit on track right now.
Drive straight out, track will be clear.
Let's go.
The whole little flurry of movement just as Oscar comes through to start his flying lap. What a surprise.
Track is all clear. Good to go.
Definitely got held up a little bit there. Should be more comfortable for Antonelli here. And he has gone purple. All of that traffic should jump out of the way very, very easily for us. There we go. And I don't think Ocon will be a factor. I don't think we'll catch him. So, Oscar will set the benchmark, and it is a 133.9. Yeah, it's not great.
Remember, the delta needs to be negative at the safety car line.
How much slower is he?
I'm just going to recharge on and call the car, please.
As Antonelli rounds the final turn. 132.4, so 1.5 seconds.
Get that delta negative.
Oof.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd lost that much time. We have a yellow flag as we get in someone's way. It's Petit locking up.
Now, this happened as they arrived at turn 12.
He is, without a shadow of a
There's
doubt, the worst
lockup.
driver on the grid.
Just unable to control the car by that point.
He has been abysmal. Ocon has gone quicker. Max just 20 thousandths slower than Ocon. We're 3.5 tenths back, but we're on mediums. Let's put on those used softs, and that should be enough to get us through. A lot of cars on in laps, couple on out laps. We'll go straight back out again. Fault for Valtteri.
On the corner exits, I felt a bit of lag on the power.
All right. Second run. This time on used soft tyres. Let's see how well we do. Oscar needs to find a fair bit of time to make sure that he's safe. Antonelli might still be safe even on the mediums, but should go quicker. Got a Sauber in the way.
Get out of the way. We saw that.
A little bit of a hold up, not as bad as it could have been. The middle sector will be telling. Not a good first sector for Antonelli. Down half a second, so he got held up. 36.9. Oh, not a great middle sector. 37.1. And now getting held up here as well. So Antonelli not having a good lap here. The Astrid should be going pretty close to top here though. Does go top with a 131.8. That's much better.
P1. Normal fuel save on the in-lap.
It's 2.1 seconds quicker. And again, just lost a little bit of time in the middle sector.
Yeah, we're happy with that.
But Antonelli should be safe now, I think. That first sector killed his potential to improve. Ferrari back to where they used to be at the back. Murray never got a clean lap by the look of it. Porsche has got a penalty. That must be for a new battery, a new ERS unit. So we might see him starting from the back. Did we get the setup right? Oh, we got it. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, let's get with those mediums for the first run. And we will whiz through this first run as well. Oh, traffic for Antonelli. Really bad traffic for Antonelli. He's going to be way off. The 132.0, 3 seconds off. Woo.
So if we could just get
that was just a set of scrubbed mediums that he was using there. Oscar is quicker than Max. Won't stay top, I don't think. Evening, Packins. Gasly got up into second place. Let's go again. We'll just whiz through the outlap. Go, Piastri tucked it behind one of the Mercedes. Mercedes has yielded, and we'll dive into the pits, I think. Yep, into the pits. So, a lot of clear space ahead of Oscar.
To go.
Is that Norris just finishing his lap? So hopefully we'll get past him into turn 1 without any issues here. Well, maybe not. They'll pull over there for us, out of the way. So it's going to be a clean lap for Kimi this time, which is good because he's a long way behind. Oscar has not improved in the first sector. Antonelli's gone purple. Both of them running a brand new set of soft tyres. That's a purple middle sector. That's a bit more like it. Finish the lap strong as well. Let's see how Antonelli does through the middle. Now he goes purple. So, new provisional pole leader. Potentially. Oscar goes to a 131.8. That's not an improvement, is it? I know it is just marginal improvement. It's a 131.5 for Antonelli, 0.2 quicker. Let's take a look. Where did he? So he was slightly down in the first, slightly up in the middle, slightly up at the end. So yeah, he found just under 0.2. He had a 132.0. A much better lap from Antonelli. That's us through to the next session. Leclerc currently in a dangerous position here on his outlap. He's going to have clear traffic. Lock up for Gasly. He's already through, so it shouldn't be an issue. Norris leaving it late. Is that Norris or is that Porsche? It is Norris, yeah. There is a risk he might not actually make it. If enough cars come through to pull him over, he might not get to the line before the checker flag falls. Max very quick on this current lap. Leclerc's improved. And Max goes top with a 131.51, just under a tenth ahead. Leclerc hustling, but I don't know if he'll get onto the front row here. No, he goes P4, but he'll be through. Still another session to go. Bottas up into P5 with that damaged car. His engine is suffering a little bit. And if his temperatures start to skyrocket in the race, that could damage his gearbox as well. So Valtteri could be in trouble in the race. Porsche did not make it through. He is out. And so is Norris. So both McLarens falling at the second hurdle there. Haas losing Liam Lawson. That's a pretty strong qualifying for Haas. Perez made the top 10. They were easily the worst car on the grid earlier in the season. Looks like they have found some improvement. The only thing that was stopping them from stopping Ferrari from being the worst, stopping them from being the worst in the rankings, was that Ferrari had have appalling drivers. But their car was definitely behind the Ferrari. They have definitely taken a step forward now. If they're getting Perez into the top 10. We're losing Sargent, Iwasa and Stoffel as well. Let's move into Q3. And let's go with those tyres for the first run and then a brand new set for the second run. Haas could get their first point today. They've come close actually a couple of times. Lawson finished 11th twice in recent memory. So they've been knocking on the door. And if they do get that point, then Ferrari will be the only team that will fail to score this season. Just to really rub salt in the wounds. Let's whiz through this first lap. Once again, Antonelli's going to hit traffic. Valtteri gets out of the way nicely for us, though. Oh, Antonelli's going to get traffic in a bad spot here.
P1.
So 1:31.7. That's not a bad lap time, actually, for Oscar. Antonelli goes faster by 2/10, so 1:31.5, despite a little bit of hassle getting through past Perez. Get back to the grid. Bolt on a set of brand new soft tyres for one final push. Oh, we've left it a little later than I would have liked with Antonelli. So Max will be the first to cross the line. And it is Leclerc behind him for an immediate response.
And you're good to open the lap.
Oscar rounds the final corner to start his flying lap.
So no one ahead.
Antonelli should make it.
Good to go.
Will be tight, but he will make it. Crosses the line with 7 seconds left on the clock, so this lap will count. Alright, what can Max do? Does not improve. Leclerc goes P2. So it's down to Oscar to get back ahead of Leclerc. Antonelli is going to take pole position then, by the look of it, unless Oscar can pull out something really special. And he's gone purple in the middle. A personal best for Antonelli in the middle sector. It's going to be very tight between these two, I think, potentially. Here comes Oscar. And he goes top with a 1:31.4. Almost a tenth ahead. What can Antonelli do? He doesn't improve, so Oscar has taken pole position. Antonelli second. Those upgrades really working nicely for us. They are the last upgrades our car will get this year.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting strategy selection there for Oscar, the 3-stop. Not necessarily the wrong one either. Let's just see what he would look like. Oh no, yeah, this is going to be quicker. 8 seconds quicker. All right, there we go. That is our planned strategy. Let's do the same for Kimi. In fact, I wonder, because Kimi does have that better tyre wear. Better to just play it safe, I think. We'll do that for Kimi. There we go. So, let's see. We are going to take 2 laps of fuel out. Not going to push anything off the line. There we go. And we'll send them to the grid for the start of the United States Grand Prix.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Well, they certainly appear calm and composed heading into this race.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Sit tight and get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Leclerc on soft tyres gets ahead of Kimi. Got a couple on the hards. Ricciardo, Porsche, Van Dorn, a mixture throughout the rest of the grid on softs and mediums. And Leclerc's going to dive bomb us here. He'll have another bite at the slipstream and should get the move done under braking here. Not quite, no. I thought he might jump us. He has got better traction than us at the moment. So the longer we can keep him behind, the quicker we can cook off those tyres of his. To that end. Oh, I was about to say we'll go very defensive, and he's already made the move before I had the chance to implement that. He got me. We'll just try and stay with him.
There's still opportunities here. DRS enabled. Currently P3. So next car will be Piastri. At point 2. Piastri behind. Gap 0.7. Overtake available.
Yep.
He's going to try and break us here in this first sector. almost managed it. We just managed to hang on. Take a look at his fuel load as well. So he's got 96.4 kilos in the car. So do we. Oh, we've got 94.6. So he is maybe a lap under-fueled. We're 2 laps under-fueled, so...
Yeah, recharge on is good.
Copy.
Ocon up into P4. Just missed out on the DRS off the back of Antonelli there. Here comes Oscar up the inside into turn 1. Big red, as it is known. And Leclerc goes very wide, loses a lot of momentum. We are through, and a lockup
Let's take a look
for
at the replay.
guess who?
Along the straight
Sylvain
here.
Petit.
Oh, and the car locks up. What caused that, I wonder?
I really hope he's not still in the team next year. Evening, Mike. Let's get these two working together
Copy.
so we can stay ahead of Leclerc.
Use overtake.
Yeah.
Push and hold, overtake.
We've been gifted a little bit of a gap. Let's see if we can extend it, or at least stop it from collapsing immediately. Of course, the downside to Leclerc having dropped back like that is he's now, when he does start to push back onto us, he's going to bring Ocon with him, and potentially Gasly and Verstappen as well. Which is why I'm pushing our batteries now. Just try and make sure he doesn't have it all his own way. It would be much better for us if Ocon gets ahead of him. I think he was having a look. Oh, Ocon's on soft as well. What are the Williams doing? They're both on medium, same as us. Valtteri hanging on in there as well. And I think that is Ocon dropped. So Gasly's going to make the move, and I would imagine Max, given how close he is, will get the move done as well. Who knows, maybe even Valtteri. Oh, Max did not get a good launch. I think Ocon must have used his battery because he's closed right up onto Leclerc as well. Right, we have a 3-second gap.
Okay, recharge on is good.
Charge the pack.
I really didn't think we would have it this comfortable at the start of the race here. When we were helped with Leclerc getting pushed out wide onto the curb on the exit of turn 1. That broke his momentum a little bit. Through goes Verstappen. Ocon has been dispatched down into P6. Leclerc is pushing. That gap has come down by a few tenths in this first sector. We've got a fault for Teo again. Gasly up into P3, gap at less than 3 seconds just. That will hopefully stretch the gap back out again and overheat Leclerc's tyres slightly. So thank you, Gasly. Doing me a solid. Let's take a look at the track temperature. It is 31 degrees. That's quite cool here for Texas. Air temperature currently 25 degrees. It's a little cloudy and overcast at the moment. That's going to start to drift away as the race progresses. We've got clear skies coming in 12 minutes, according to the radar. That should get the temperatures going up a little bit more. And I was expecting more of a struggle here today. I mean, it's still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. But I thought we would probably be a good 2-3 seconds behind Leclerc at this point. We're held by locking out the front row. That's something I wasn't expecting either. So the upgrade's definitely doing what they're supposed to. And this squabbling is stretching our gap slightly. Max just keeping a watching brief behind them. Bottas is through and Ocon has dropped down to 7th. Why is Ocon so off the pace? His car is in excellent shape. His tyres are struggling a little bit though. Must be his tyres. This is the fight for second place in the Constructors, and right now Ocon is not doing the job he needs to. Gasly very much is. Advantage Williams this weekend. We're into the pits already for Sylvain Petit. He did 6 laps before he destroyed those tires. 6 laps! Oh my god. He's onto a set of mediums. He's going to be making 3, maybe 4 stops today. He's already almost a minute behind Antonelli. After, and I say this again, 6 laps. Oh, my word.
Time management looks okay.
Okay.
Well, 40.5 for Leclerc, matching Antonelli. As Piastri uses the DRS up the hill to get back into the lead. Perez just about hanging on to 10th there. And Ricciardo goes through. That's hard tyres against soft tyres. Oh man, Ricciardo has absolutely butchered those hards. So is Porsche, so is Van Dorn. So we're looking at quite a few pit stops for quite a few drivers here. You bet the factory is knackered at Ferrari. Yeah. Everything will be knackered, I think. I mean, they have made some good progress with the performance of the car. And they have signed Zhou for next season, but last time I checked, they'd only signed one driver. So I think we're going to get another new gen rookie, you know, shipbox driver, like Mario Petit, alongside him again. It might not be a new driver. One of those two might get renewed for another season. We have a yellow flag. Is it Petit? No, it's Stroll.
Now we
Lance
can see
doing
what
Stroll
happened.
things.
Now this one involves Stroll, and that won't help their chances. They've
Running
gotta be
over the
careful
curb
and
there.
watch the car there.
Damages underfloor if he's not careful. And it's Lance, so he's not careful. Perez still in the hunt for that final point position. Still a long way to go as well. But can Haas finally score a point at their home Grand Prix, no less? Oh man, Sargent's tyres really struggling as well. They must be getting cooked in the dirty air. 115, they were 117 for a couple of laps. Let's take a look at Ocon's tyres. Yeah. A little warm, but not too bad. But he's now getting into Norris's dirty air, so his tyre temps will go up. Perez is back ahead of Ricciardo. Tsunoda's there as well now, so it's going to be a three-way fight. 3-second gap to Stroll. And what price points for Logan Sargent in his home Grand Prix? He has performed better than I expected this year. He scored points on multiple occasions. And very much outperforming Zhou today. Although I think Zhou's had the edge just as over the season in totality. Our gap now up to 4.5 seconds as Leclerc's been overtaken again by Gasly. Max still hanging on. Valtteri starting to drop off a little bit. We're going to start a little bit of fuel saving now that the gap has gone up.
End of straight.
Ocon back ahead of Norris. Getting very close to a pit stop for both him and Logan Sargent. Sargent now holding up a bit of a train. Ricciardo, Perez and Tsunoda all over the back of him. His pace has just disappeared. 141.7. 1.3 seconds slower than Lando on that last lap. Will he box? Will he go again? Probably go again. He's going again. So he's going to take a hit for position here. Lovely shots from the helicopter here, showing the four of them sweeping through these corners. No lunge from Logan, probably doesn't have the grip for that. Will he get back in front of Ricciardo before the hairpin at the end of the straight? DRS is now open. Ricciardo has more grip, is able to hang on in there and holds the position. It's not done yet, but I don't think Sargent can do it. And surely he's going to have to box now. Tyres at 31%. Ocon might box this lap as well. Ocon goes through, and Logan dives into the pits.
Completely ran me into the grass.
Chance for an undercut then. We have lost some ground thanks to our fuel saving. Gap is now down to 2.5 seconds. Let's stop the fuel save for now then.
I was going to suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Our tyres on the Alpine. That's a tidy stop. Didn't look particularly quick. Let's have a look. 2.1. Good stop from Ferrari for that very early stop. At the end of lap 6 there for Ferrari. A 1.9. Leclerc's closing in still.
And reminder for recharge.
Have to use our batteries just to re-establish that gap, I think.
He has DRS.
Recharge on is good.
Ocon did box. Mediums. Ah, that was a good stop.
Overtake available.
Yeah, Leclerc almost in DRS range now. Uh, 2.0 there for Ocon.
Charge the pack.
DRS.
139.0, that's a better lap. And the gap back up over 3 seconds again as Gasly gets back in front of Charles. Charles' tyres starting to give up a little bit now. 39%, he's got maybe 2 laps in him.
We'll have overtake available.
There we go. 4 seconds the gap again. It gives us that little bit of extra comfort there. And a new fastest lap there for Kimi, 138.7. Boundary boxes. Charles is going one more lap. And Wasser coming in as well. So both Saubers stopping here. Decent stop there. Got Zhou coming in as well from way back in P19. The fastest lap for Esteban Ocon, a 138.6. Just a tenth quicker than Antonelli's time. Oh, that's a quick looking stop. It's a very quick looking stop. And for Aston as well, some very rapid looking stops here. 1.97, that Alpine stop was very, very quick. It's not showing stop or stop yet. Not showing it at all at the moment. Why is that? There it is, 2.1. Oh, I thought it would be a little bit quicker than that. So, is Leclerc boxing? Yes, he is. He's fallen behind both Williams drivers now. Max has made a push and moved up into third. Hard tyres going on to Charles. Decent stop. Probably in the 2.1 range. Got Stroll, Lawson and Sainz boxing as well. Yeah, 2.1. Oh, side by side with Alex Albon, who has yet to stop, so won't be troubled there. We're looking pretty comfortable right now. Although Leclerc is going to get an undercut on us here. We are not due to stop for another 5 laps or so. Yellow flag.
These stones on.
Let's watch these cars as they head into turn
It's
10.
Ocon.
Cutting it so close. And the impact on the car, it's quite clear. And they'll have to pick themselves up.
Yeah, he was
after
just
that.
a victim there. That Alpine just went straight through him, literally. Just smashed the side of his car up. Who was that? Was it Logan Sargent? It was Logan Sargent. So Sargent's lost the right-hand end plate on his front wing there. He gets a penalty. Probably damaged his tyres a little bit as well. And Ocon's. Not a good home race for Logan. Perez into the pits. The Haas need a good stop here. Try and get an undercut on Ricciardo and Tsunoda. Maybe Norris as well. Decent stop. Set of mediums going on. come out ahead of Lance Stroll.
Oscar, how's the tyre doing now? Still stable?
Max might be boxing this lap. Ricciardo will be boxing, I think. 31% left on his tyres. Keep an eye on Verstappen.
Go, Kate. Push.
Max stays out another lap. Albon's going to be boxing as well. He's crawling at the moment.
We're ready for you.
And will Sargent come in and replace that front wing? Serve that 5 seconds.
So happy to push now.
It's just increased LIFO.
Another set of hard tyres for Ricciardo. Valtteri sets a new fastest lap, a 1:37.9. Albon moving on to hards as well. And Maury's in. Ferrari have been very quick in their pit stops for the most part this year. Let's see what they can do with Maury. Good stop. Solid stop. Expecting to see Verstappen hit the pits this lap. Now, he was 6 seconds behind us when he entered the pits. Let's see how far behind he is when he comes out of the pits. That'll give us an idea of how much we can expect to lose in the pits when we make our stops. As Yuki Tsunoda comes in as well. Decent stop. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. 1:37.1. So he was, 5 seconds or so behind us. So we're looking like a 21-second stop around this circuit, which means we are going to come out behind Charles Leclerc.
So let's start closing up that gap. Let's just manage these tyres.
Box Kimi. Next lap we'll box Oscar at, Oscar at the end of the next lap. Kimi the lap after that.
Has DRS. And we box.
Copy, box.
Well, Leclerc's just 19 seconds behind us now, so he's going to definitely undercut us. Norris yet to stop, so he won't be an issue. Max 25 seconds. It'll be tight. I think Oscar might get out in front of him. But it will be very, very close through the first sector because we'll have to get these tyres up to temperature. And I think Max will get the undercut on Antonelli.
Copy.
Right. If Norris does stay out another lap, we should hopefully just pip him.
Oscar pit lane.
In comes Oscar. Box lap now for Kimi. Oh, blisteringly fast time. 1.85. I think that's our new personal best. Norris is in as well, so there'll be no rush against him. Gasly's gone through. Leclerc goes through. There he is. We have got out in front of Max. Just 19 seconds we lost. So 19 seconds for the pit stop.
The car behind you now is Verstappen.
Flat out.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast. P4. Verstappen now, the car behind.
He is closing in. Got his tyres up to temperature.
So that's currently P1. So come on, Gasly. Yeah, 11.9. So happy to drop lift and coast.
In comes Kimi. Can we have another 1.8 second stop, please? .9, I'll take that. Gasly's coming in.
Yeah, just keep an eye on your mirrors for...
There's Charles Leclerc. There's Oscar and Max. Excellent stop. And Antonelli is in fourth place as Max got the move done. Let's see if we get a replay of that.
Gap 6 seconds.
Nope, we're not going to get a replay apparently. Alright, so looking at the pit stop times, we have the quickest stop with Oscar and the third quickest stop with Kimi. Leclerc 3 seconds ahead of us. Oscar's tyres now up to temperature.
Temperatures look good.
And he made that look pretty easy. We do have a compound and life advantage on these tyres now.
Copy, you're doing a good job.
P2. Three seconds to Leclerc.
Use overtake.
Porsche's car giving up on him again. Gearbox is suffering because of the engine. And his gearbox has now also gone orange, I believe. It's down in P20. His pace is non-existent right now.
No harm done.
And recharge should be on.
Give his tyres almost up to temperature as well.
Use the overtake button.
Yellow flag. That's Carlos Sainz. It's a VSC.
Charge the pack.
And that is going to be a free stop for a couple of cars.
Safety car.
Oh, no. Van Dorn's out. What happened to Porsche and Van Dorn? Yeah. Another miserable weekend for Teo Porsche. Carbon fibre scattered all over the final turn there.
The hopes of the team start to dwindle.
I can't believe how bad a season he's having. So what happened to Sainz? Did Sainz just lose position somewhere? He just got overtaken, I think. Yeah, his car looks healthy. Must have just been getting overtaken. Who's going to box? Let's have a look. Ocon.
Possible debris.
Got a fault for Sargent now.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly...
Both Ferraris are coming in. The old double stack there. That is a penalty for Porsche to be applied at the next race. Leclerc's boxing. Okay, that I did not expect. I did expect Ocon to come in. Another set of hard tyres. I think he's being optimistic if he's going to try and go to the end there on those. I mean, he might be able to. Oh, it'll be tight. It will be tight. I'm happy to stick to the strategy that we're on. Same for Ocon as well. He's gone onto a set of hards. Sargent's going to a set of mediums. Serves that 5 seconds. Does not change his front wing.
Pack is high.
Hard tyres for Perez. Looks like he's going to try and go to the distance as well. We'll go to the flag. I think we might see a couple of punctures towards the end of this Grand Prix. Oh, it's a full safety car. I didn't see it get upgraded to a full safety car. Oh, shit. Oh, well, we've literally only just stopped, so there's no point in stopping. That explains why everyone's diving in. I thought it was still a VSC. Makes a little bit more sense for those who put the hard tyres on as well, because a couple of laps behind the safety car should give them a better chance of making the flag.
So no risk on the curbs.
Copy.
Copy.
Hopefully our tyres will fire up a little bit better than Max's as well. Although, having said that, Max will get the dirty air from the safety car, so his tyres will be absolutely fine temperature-wise, but hopefully we can fire up better than Leclerc can. Oh, wow, that did not last long, did it?
To the pits this lap. Rolling start, rolling start.
For the restart, we suggest use overtake at part throttle.
Yep.
Happy to use the tyre more now.
Yep.
Okay, maximum pace.
Overtake will be available.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Yep. Copy.
Safety car is pit entry now.
No overtaking.
Oscar gets alongside Max and gets the move done. Max is fighting back. And moves back into the lead. Oh, look at Leclerc suddenly close up there. Oh, that Williams is properly quick.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There are opportunities ahead.
We have just got the break at the moment.
DRS enabled.
Recharge on.
And we stay ahead of the Red Bulls through this first sector. We're losing ground already to Verstappen. And Leclerc's closing back in, back on the battery then. Don't think it's going to be enough. Max drops us, Leclerc gets back on us. That didn't work, should have just kept the battery going. Damn it. Chance for Antonelli to move ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, copy that.
Doesn't go for it. Max is definitely going to have to stop again. His tyres just will not go the distance. I don't know about the Red Bulls. It's too early to say. We won't really know for another sort of 15 laps or so whether or not they can go to the end.
Focus on recharge.
There's a fastest lap for Verstappen, and then immediately beaten by Ocon by a tiny, tiny margin. As Piastri moves into the lead.
Lovely stuff.
Well done, good job.
Leclerc closing back in again through the first sector. Definitely being more aggressive with his tyres than we are. That or he still has battery left. Or both.
He has DRS. Yeah, copy.
Max gets through and Leclerc has a look as well. We are still in low defence mode.
Okay.
May give him a window. And he does complete the move. Let's get some battery saving done.
So Ocon car behind.
I want to save the little bit of spare tyre wear we have for when we do our in-laps. Or to maybe stretch this set of tyres an extra couple of laps to make it easier for us to go for a really quick flying fastest lap on the softs without destroying them.
well done.
Overtake available.
Copy.
And recharge on.
Copy.
The Ferraris are once again a long way off the back. 23 seconds behind for Murray. I wonder if did the Ferraris actually catch up during that safety car, or did they not catch the back of the train?
Ocon has DRS.
Oh, big crash behind us.
Plenty to play for.
Okay,
Now we should be able to take a look.
See if we can see a replay of
Now
it
we're
from
watching
here.
Max Verstappen here. The gap opens up for them.
Oh, he said they didn't. I wasn't sure.
And Verstappen says thank you very much.
Oh, look at that Alpine goes sweeping around the side there.
debris on the main straight.
It's Albon who's been shunted. Was he shunted by Logan? Oh, yeah, just smacked that left front. That could be another penalty for Logan Sargent, having already served one. He might have to serve another one.
Clearly then, not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
What a disaster Texas has been so far for Logan. And yet, despite that, he's still in the points. Well, that's 2 collisions now. He has got another penalty. Luckily, the side of the wing that was damaged was the side that was already damaged, so I don't think it's done any further damage to his car. Definitely scuffed his tyres up a little bit. And Albon has dropped all the way down to 18th place. His tyres have been scuffed up quite badly as well. Like a little bit of damage to that left end plate on the front wing. Minor damage. So Oscar moves back into the lead. And Leclerc dive bombs Verstappen as well.
Sweet.
Job.
And that should be moved on there for Leclerc. It is.
Oscar, how's this tyre doing?
Feel okay so far.
And now he dive bombs us. And he'll get the DRS as well. Going to be vulnerable to Verstappen here as well.
Still
And Antonelli.
The car behind you now is
Ooh.
Verstappen.
Hold second. Antonelli gets ahead of Max. And it's another yellow flag. Is that
Here's the
Gasly
replay.
getting
Now
overtaken
look,
or
here
making a
we head
mistake?
into turn 2.
Piastri.
No, it's Joe and Stroll. No, Gasly did make a mistake.
Let's take a closer
Joe
look.
and Stroll
Now just
having
keep
a little
your eyes on Gasly here. Nothing
overtake
wrong
between
so
them.
far. The wheels just lock
Oh,
up there.
yeah, big puff
By
of
that
smoke.
point, it was just too late.
And that's dropped him off the train, and that could be a big problem for Pierre.
Car ahead is Leclerc.
Where has
1.3 behind.
bounded away from us
Still
here.
opportunities here.
Antonelli will move up into second.
Verstappen now the car behind. 0.9. 0.9.
No harm done.
Recharge on.
If you are enjoying the race, please do drop a like on the stream. If you haven't yet subscribed, then why not consider subscribing as well? And if you are new to the channel, then you can also hit that notification bell to get the notification every time I go live.
Yeah.
Plenty more races to come this season before we make the switch to Ferrari for next year to see if we can resuscitate the prancing horse, more like a limping donkey at the moment.
.9.
We think there's still opportunities here.
Overtake available.
Coming.
Bottas's fault has got worse. That's his engine, I think, wasn't it? Yep. Engine wear has gone orange.
P2.
Could potentially turn catastrophic as the race progresses. Let's see if we can break away from Verstappen and go hunting after Charles.
Overtake available.
And Leclerc's tyre wear is pretty similar to ours, so that to me is pretty indicative that nobody on the hards is going to the end. They're all going to have to stop again.
There are opportunities ahead.
Got the gap back down to 2 seconds. We'll get a nice DRS overtake here as well. Should be pretty close by the end of the lap, I hope.
So Leclerc car ahead. Gap ahead 1.4.
Not quite going to get the DRS this lap.
Feedback.
Or, you know, this time around here, but maybe we can get close to the first sector and get it on the long back straight. We're almost out of battery. Here comes Oscar up the inside. Through he goes. Good launch out of turn one. There we go. We are just about in
Recharge on now.
range. And we've lost it again, but a DRS overtake should get us back in range again. Might still be close enough to get a slipstream as well. Lawson is into the pits, and that is a set of hard tyres. That should take him to the end now. Through goes Antonelli.
Gap ahead 1.0.
Oh, fault for Perez. His chances of points slipping away. And Leclerc stretched that gap back out again.
Recharge on.
Sargent in the pits for his second penalty stop. Will he change the front wing this time? Again, no. The stop itself was pretty quick. Come out behind the car that he collided with, Alex Albon. Wasn't quick enough to get on the leaderboard. Lando has gone very quick. That is a new personal best pit stop for McLaren, a 1.84. I think that might be the new world record as well. That is definitely our best stop look, a 1.855. Let me have a quick Google. What is the fastest pit stop? F1 pit stop record. 1.80. Set by McLaren at Qatar. Very close. I wonder if we'll see a 1.7 at some point this season. Claire just seems to have the legs on us at the moment.
Okay. Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Copy.
Ocon's pushing hard to close up as well. And now it's advantage Red Bull in the fight for second place in the Constructors. Both of their cars ahead of both of the Williams drivers. I would love to see Williams take second in the Constructors this year.
How's this tyre?
Still okay for now.
We are getting close to the pit stop window, and I think we might have to just see if we can maybe go for a slight undercut on Leclerc. Depends what tyres he's going to go on to. If he goes on to mediums, we should be able to catch him on the softs. If he goes on to softs, we could be in trouble. Ocon is closing still as well. Just 2 seconds behind us. Almost got a full battery for Oscar now. So we can move him back in front and start charging up Kimi. There we go, Leclerc's pace dipping a little bit. Ocon's as well. Our pit windows will open on the next lap.
0.4.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Charge the pack.
There we go, Oscar back up into second. Start rebuilding Kimi's battery now. And have two fully prepped and ready cars for the sprint on the softs. Max is going to need to stop first out of the cars in the chasing pack. Sylvain Petit is out on a set of hard tyres. That'll take him to the end. Sargent's afternoon goes from bad to worse.
There. Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Bolt in the car. Antonelli goes back through again.
So happy to drop a little bit of management. DRS.
Through goes Pastry.
Yeah, 0.2. Keep your head down.
Gap's now 4 seconds.
Let's see what pace you can do.
So really look after these tyres.
Copy.
Max starting to struggle. Might well be in at the end of this lap. Valtteri's still doing well, considering his engine is in rough shape. Let's have a quick temperature check on that car. Oh, 116 degrees. It's not ideal. 123 on the tyres. That's not ideal either. There is Max just appearing at the back of the screen there. He's really falling away very quickly now from Esteban. Expect him in at the end of this lap. Albon's into the pits. Hard tyres to the end for him. And I'm going to box Oscar at the end of this next lap.
Let's go.
Ocon's in. Max is in as well. And it is soft tyres for Ocon, so that means it'll be probably softs for Leclerc as well. Through goes Max. Ocon has to wait. Gasly coming in as well. Tyres Williams got available. They've got softs for Max. Decent stop. Here comes Gasly. He's going soft as well. Well, that was a decent stop. So, yeah, we are going to be up against it.
Flat out.
Got a chance to maybe undercut Leclerc here. At least with Oscar anyway.
So next car will be Piastri. Piastri at 0.6.
Antonelli will get the DRS to start his next lap. I'm going to do 2 more laps, I think, with Antonelli, just because we've got enough tyre wear. Oh, crap. Oscar didn't come in. Damn it. Thought I must have forgotten. All right, well, we'll box Oscar this lap then.
We box this lap,
Next lap for Antonelli. Valtteri's in. So is Ricciardo. And Perez.
Box this lap.
P8 for Perez. When he boxed, he's still got a chance of getting a point for Haas. Oh, terrible stop for Mercedes. Decent stop for Checo. Has to wait for the Mercedes to go through.
Okay, so let's just get head down now.
All right, is Leclerc boxing this lap? He might go one more. No, he's boxing.
So that's a
Damn it.
in the pits.
Well, we might hold him up on his exit here, maybe. Oh no, wait. They're behind us. Solid stops for both. Yeah, they're behind us in the constructors order, so our pit box is before them. All right, well, let's see where we shake out compared to Ocon. There he is.
That's currently P4. Car ahead is Leclerc. 2.5. Car behind is Ocon. 15 laps to go.
Oh, mediums for Leclerc. Yes, thank you. I didn't even think to check. As he laps. No, overtakes Lando. There's us and Ocon behind. Decent stop for Ferrari again. Here comes Antonelli into the pits.
Pit lane.
Need about 18, 19 seconds. We are going to get undercut by Leclerc. It'll be tight with Piastri. Woo! Another blisteringly quick stop, a 1.856.
Yeah, we should be clear on exit.
1,000th slower than Oscar's best stop. There goes Norris. There is Oscar. And Antonelli gets that just in front of Oscar.
P3.
So we're about 5 seconds behind Charles, who's going to push those tyres pretty hard on the next couple of laps.
So I've got Piastri's car behind.
So now, my best bet is to protect my tyres.
So Oscar, we can look after this tyre.
So if I get into a pushing match with him, he will beat me, I think. So the best thing I can do for now, I think, is just to really protect the tyres in these opening few laps. Gain a nice healthy advantage on tyres and then just go for it. As long as we can keep Ocon behind us, that'll set us up nicely. Norris is going to be stopping potentially this lap. Gap's up to 6.7 seconds. Norris staying out. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc, a 1:35.0. That is a very quick lap. 1:35.8 for Oscar.
Okay, so we just need to get into that management.
Into the pits for Joe. Evening, Tony. Sargent coming in as well. A bad stop for Joe will have a knock-on effect here for Logan.
Still plenty of opportunities.
That's a solid stop. So both Alpines turned around nicely there.
Nice.
We're already past Norris. Wow. I didn't think we were going to catch him quite so quickly.
He's 7 seconds ahead.
Through goes Antonelli. 6.5 seconds to gap.
Yes, let's go.
Nice, nice job. That's currently P3. Gap ahead 1.1. And overtake is available.
And now Norris dives into the pits. So Ocon will not get the ability to slingshot past him like we did. A fault for Sainz.
And as far as we can tell,
new set of softs for Norris. I'm assuming they're going to be new.
Ahead 1.1.
Yep, brand new. And look at Stroll and Tsunoda. Both RBs. Very close to each other and both with very bad tyres. They're going to have to stack in the pit lane, and that's going to be a problem for Stroll.
We're happy with the temps. Charge the pack.
Oh, hate it when they go side by side for an extended period. All right, let's go for the fastest lap with Antonelli.
Overtake is available. push and get past him.
And Oscar as well, actually.
We can push. Okay, use deploy.
Oh my word, they're staying out. Ah, okay, we're looking at a potential double puncture for RB here then. Purple middle for Oscar. That's a lunge there from Iwasa. So much more grip. He is away.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There's still opportunities here.
There goes Ricardo. And Perez. All right, there we go. We got the fastest lap.
Copy.
Calm the tyres down.
You got fastest lap.
Copy.
And if you can just cool the tyres as much as you can.
Copy.
We got the gap down to 3 seconds. And they're both staying out again. Oh, punctures are coming. Punctures are coming. Oh, there we go. Oh, they've even added in a puncture sound effect. I've never noticed that before. And he's got to do an entire lap with a punctured right rear. Meanwhile, we've taken another half a second out of Charles Leclerc, nearly a second out of him.
Tyre feels okay.
Recharge on.
Now, is Stroll going to get to stop? Perez is still in the hunt for a point. It's a fault for Petit.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
We are going to get a little bit of drama at the end of this Grand Prix here.
Next car's Piastri. Gap 0.4. Keep your head down.
So notice tyres were at 20% when they punctured. Stroll is almost there. And Red Bull see sense at last. Call in Stroll. Good stop as well, and I bet that's a brand new set of softs.
More lift and coast.
So Piastri next car.
It is brand new set. In comes Sonoda. He is dropped all the way down. He's going to get lapped. He's going to get overtaken by the second Ferrari of Petit here.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Set of softs for Yuki, and I bet they're new. Of course they are. Oh my god. We've got a Ferrari in the way. That's not helpful.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
You're okay.
We must increase the level of lift at coast.
Claire has stretched that lead out again. Have to use Antonelli's battery now to close the gap. Max moves up into 4th place.
Gap 0.8, he has DRS.
Use overtake.
So Leclerc car ahead. Gap ahead 1.6.
Recharge on.
Claire's pace has been blistering today.
Overtake available.
As evidenced by the fact that Max is now sitting 15 seconds behind. But our pace has been strong as well. We've got another yellow flag.
So gap ahead 0.4.
Another crash. It's not Sargent again, is it? I think he might actually be the innocent party in that one. I don't know, it might be a racing incident. Was it Stroll? It was Stroll.
Look out for debris.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Copy. 6 laps remaining.
And Stroll gets a penalty. Perez is currently in 9th place. Iwasa right behind him, but there's a little gap to Ricciardo. That point is still tantalisingly within grasp for Checo, Perez and Haas.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
It's just a lot of confidence.
Behind Piastri.
right.
Got a little bit of a advantage grip-wise with Piastri, a bit healthier with Antonelli. But we don't have much battery, and we will need full batteries if we're going to beat Leclerc. Otherwise, he will just terrorise us on the last 2 laps.
Then behind that is Piastri. Yeah, 0.2.
See if we can get a bit of spare fuel in as well to help with the breakaway. Ocon now back in front of Max. Perez P10, and now Ricciardo's right there as well. Is it going to be 11th place for Haas again? Antonelli takes the lead.
Yes, let's go.
Is the Ferrari going to give us the DRS, or will he jump out of the way? He gives us the DRS.
So we've got 4 laps remaining.
Use the pace now.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Fastest lap might be settled on the final lap here.
Happy with temps. Piastri behind. Gap 1.1.
We're going to be scrapping like this all the way to the flag. Unless we can actually break him with 2 laps to go. I hope we can. What I've been saving the tyres for.
Three to go.
Leclerc's tyres definitely starting to give up a little bit.
Good job.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely
Another fault with the Ferrari. Both of them sick now. It's a worry seeing them go through so many engine parts. It just means they're going to break the cost cap again this year. I'm going to be in so much debt, I think, at the start of the season. Not having to pay full whack for the engines will help, but even so, it's still a pretty hefty bill.
Piastri car behind. Get behind 0.4.
Pack is high.
Copy. Okay, recharge on. Copy.
Just stay close to him.
Possibly you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Copy.
And
recharge on, recharge on. Yep.
Overtake is available.
There we go. Last 2 laps.
So 2 laps are remaining.
Use overtake.
Copy.
We need to break him here.
Nice job, mate.
Max and Ocon switching places as they start their final lap. Perez is currently in the points, closing on Valtteri, but too far behind to catch him. Ricciardo all over him. Iwasa's just outside of DRS range at the moment. They're just crossing the line to start their final lap. No, they've got another lap to go, haven't they? Through goes Oscar.
Lovely stuff.
Now, can we break Leclerc again at the end of the lap here? His tyres are almost completely gone. I don't think he can stay with us. He can't. So it looks like it is going to be a 1-2. Are we going to get the fastest lap set? Not this lap.
Don't want to lose too much time.
133.2, 133.9. What is the fastest lap? 132.5. Very close. Giving him weight.
Time management all good so far?
Yeah, okay. We need to keep the lifted coast up a bit more now.
Oscar's tyres might not make it at full push, so we'll have to turn those down, but he's got enough of a gap. Ocon and Verstappen still squabbling over 4th and 5th. Perez back into 9th place ahead of Ricciardo. Iwasa's back on that train as well. We will cut to that fight at the end of this straight.
Gap is 1.7. No harm done.
Ocon makes the lunge. Can Max hold him off? Just about. Looks like Max will take 4th place. Right, Perez hits the back straight. Ricciardo's going to have DRS. Iwasa's there as well. Antonelli wins the United States Grand Prix.
They're not just here to take part, they're here to win.
And you can hear just how happy the crowd are for them too. They're on their feet.
Perez holds off Ricciardo.
That's the checkered flag.
Leclerc's home in 3rd. Max crossing the line in 4th, half a second ahead of Ocon.
Thank you very much.
Well done, mate. Really good.
Gasly will take 7th behind Norris, unless Norris makes a mistake. Valtteri will get some points again in 8th place. But Haas finally have scored points this year at their home Grand Prix, no less. And now it's just Ferrari who have nil points this season. Huge points for Haas, and the crowd goes crazy for the 2 points. Let's take a bow. Antonelli, he has been supreme this weekend, winning the sprint, winning the Grand Prix. He actually gets the fastest lap. It will bring the gap down a little bit by 7 points this weekend in the Drivers' Championship, but I think it's still out of reach for Antonelli unless Oscar has at least one retirement.
Formula One's newest team, shattering all expectations here.
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So, confirmation of the final result. Kimi takes the win, and it's Oscar in second with the fastest lap. So 6 points the difference in this, plus the point difference from the sprint. That'll be 7 points in swinging towards Antonelli in the Drivers' Championship. Leclerc takes third. Max has to settle for fourth. You know, a distant fourth in the end. So that is advantage Leclerc as well in the fight for third place. Ocon in fifth place picks up some more good points. That's going to help Red Bull in the fight against Williams. Lando Norris up 5 places to get 8 points. Gasly in seventh. Bottas in eighth with a very, very sick engine towards the end there. Perez gets Haas's first points of the season, and Ricciardo does manage to sneak a point there for Mercedes at the end. Then it's Iwasa in 11th place, 12th Peugeot, 13th for Albon, 14th with a penalty for Lance Stroll, 5 seconds added to his time, 15th for Liam Lawson, 16th for Sargent, a terrible race for Logan. 2 penalties issued in this Grand Prix to him. Sainz, a bad race for him, down 10 places into 17th in the end. 18th for Yuki Tsunoda, a lap down after that puncture, and he had to do an entire lap with just 3 wheels. And it's Mori in 19th, 20th for Petit, and Pourchaire and Stoffel failing to finish. Into the driver standings, the gap is 86 points, yes. That was more complicated than I needed to make it. So 86 points the gap between the two. There are 5 rounds to go, but 2 more sprints as well. So let's get the calculator out because my brain is a little bit addled this time. Calculator. So we've got 26 points times 5 plus another 16 points. There are 146 points left, for winning everything, races, fastest laps, and the sprints. So that is a tall order because if Kimi is winning, then Oscar's probably going to be second or third. So, yeah, it is very much Oscar's title to lose at this point, despite Kimi having won 1 race more. They are tied on sprint wins, but those 5 races where George was still in the team have effectively decided the title, because I think Antonelli would have won it if he'd been in from day one, given how well he's driven this year. The gap between Leclerc and Max goes up by another 4 points. That's now 25 points. Not impossible for Verstappen to get into third, but it's slipping away from him a little bit at the moment. Leclerc has found a rich vein of form. Norris in 5th place. Ocon is 6th. Gasly is 7th. George still in 8th place, likely to stay there now, although Valtteri moves up into 9th place with another 7 points. Sainz dropping down to 10th. No points for him today after a disappointing race, finishing in 17th. Pourchaire, no points again for him. He drops down into 11th place. Sargent, 12th. 13th for Zhou. 14th for Tsunoda. 15th for Albon, 16th and up a point for Daniel Ricciardo, gaining a place over Lance Stroll. Iwasa is 18th, 19th for Stoffel, 20th and up 2 places is Sergio Perez with his first points of the season. Then it's Lawson in 21st, and then Murray and Petit 22nd and 23rd. In the constructors' standings, we have a 366 point gap over Red Bull. That is already decided. We are already constructors champions. The gap has gone up by another 5 points between Williams and Red Bull, though. That gap is now 39 points. Not impossible to haul that in. The 146 points that are available is just for first place. You add in another 5 18s, so 90 points, and then another 14 on top of that. There's 104 points added, so there's still 260 points in the constructors. There's a lot of points still up for grabs. And Williams have definitely got a capable car, so that fight between them and Red Bull could well go down to the closing laps of Abu Dhabi. McLaren are going to finish a very distant 4th place, but they're not likely to be challenged by anybody. Alpine in 5th on 77. Mercedes pick up a point. They're on 59 points now. Sauber above RB onto 55, just 4 behind Mercedes. Then it's Aston on 39. Haas in 10th still, but off the mark. They have their first points of the year. So it's just Ferrari with 0 points now at the bottom of the table. Into the pit stop competition, 1.841. So quick there for McLaren. Their new fastest lap or fastest stop of the season, and just 41 thousandths away from the current world record of 1.80. We had 2 very quick stops there. Both would have beaten our current or our previous best time, but just a thousandth between them. Oscar's stop slightly quicker. So excellent points for us there. Ferrari getting good points again. 4th place, 12 points for Murray's stop. Another 4 points added for Petit as well. Haas getting some good points there in 5th place with Perez. Then Alpine gets some points for Zhou. Red Bull get a few points with Ocon stop. RB pick up 2 with Tsunoda, and Mercedes pick up the last point with Ricciardo. So the standings look like this. We are top by 170 points. And that's looking more and more like we're going to win that. Another really, really strong performance in the next Grand Prix, and a bad race for McLaren. That could see us clinch the pit stop challenge in the next round. We pulled out another 8 points over them today. Ferrari in 3rd are a little way behind. They are 77 points behind. Then it's Red Bull further back, just 13 points behind them in 4th. So still plenty to play for in the top 3, or top 4 even. And you can't necessarily rule out Mercedes either. 193 points, they're only 21 points behind. So still kind of on the peripheral of striking distance, but you have to say they'll be a bit lucky if they get ahead of Red Bull, I think. Haas in 6th on 145 points. Then it's Alpine on 124. Aston with 84. Williams 77. RB 64. Sauber with 12. And there are the stops. All very, very quick stops tonight. That's really good to see. And both drivers did hit their sponsor targets. So we get another 1.95 mil added to the bank. Let's head back to HQ and get ready for Mexico. All right, we have a spare front wing and a spare chassis or 2. Let's check the inbox. Oh, I forgot the board were coming. Oh, well, that's perfect. The board were coming. They were grumpy and dissatisfied after we finished 6th and 7th. And we turn it around with a 1-2 in the sprint and a 1-2 and the fastest lap in the Grand Prix. The perfect response to the board turning up. That's excellent. Excellent news. Did the cars come through unscathed? Yes, they did. That's the first race in a while where we haven't had to swap a part out. Engines down to 60-something%, but we'll be putting our other engines in for the next race onwards. So we've got a good powertrain to get us through. We still have, I think, another ERS and at least one more gearbox, if not two more gearboxes. Let's have a look, actually. So we have one almost new engine still to be used. That'll be going in for Mexico. We have one brand new ERS to use and two brand new gearboxes. So we are not likely to need any penalty parts this year, which is fantastic news. But even without the penalty parts, those bonus parts, we would still probably be okay this year, which is nice to see. The reduced running we've been doing in practice has certainly played a part in prolonging the life of those initial engine bits that we'll be using. Let's check in with the board. They are delighted again. Race performance is just happy overall at the moment, thanks to 3 happies and a disappointed in there. But if we can keep the disappointeds at bay and the happies at bay, get the delighteds keep rolling in again, then we should hopefully get that back up to delighted as well. Right, let's take a look at our facilities. The factory is going to need a refurb before the end of the season. A refurb, well, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be about 3-4 million, I think. Maybe a little bit less. Wind tunnel has just finished its refurb, so that's fine. CFD sim is going through. That's a month away, just over. Car park test center is fine. Suspension sim is about to break. That might break just before Mexico. We want to upgrade it. We need 7.5 mil to upgrade that. We are still a good 5 mil short, but we are close to the end of a month. Where is our next sponsor injection coming as well? There. And that will be our last sponsor agreement. That will take us through to the end of the year. So let's see if we get a manual requirement or compulsory mandatory activity in that final period there, just to give us an extra bit of cash as well. Winning the pit stop competition should give us, I think, around 12 mil, if memory serves. So that will be a nice, healthy bit of cash as well. Right. There's not much left for us to do. Let me just quickly check how many spares we have got in the warehouse. Oh, we're fine. We're fine on spares. That's good. Very good. Let's advance time a couple of days then. And that is it for tonight. So, what a great race we've had today. What a great result. Really wrestled control back with the board. Got them back on a happy track again. We have extended the gaps in the championships. And we've also closed the gap between the two drivers slightly. But it is a long way to go for Kimi if he is going to get his hands on the driver's title this season. I can't see it happening. So maybe next year, if we can get a semi-decent car at Ferrari and we can afford to bring Antonelli over, maybe he could challenge for a title next year. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends how much money we're going to have to spend to rebuild all the facilities. Yeah. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Just 5 rounds to go. It'll be round 20 tomorrow, and then round 21 on Friday will be Brazil, and then that'll leave us with 3 races to go at the start of next week in Qatar, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi, and then we'll be starting our Ferrari journey next Thursday. So a week to go until we leave this team in the capable hands of whoever takes over from us. Before I go, I did say I would show you what I was working on earlier today. So let's go with that. And there. And then the logo, which you've already seen if you're paying attention. There it is. And that is the FedEx livery that I was working on. And that is what I might well run for Cadillac next year rather than what I had got planned. Because I do really like that. The Cadillac livery that I had planned on running was this, and I'd need to change the logo. So that's what the Cadillac was going to be for next year, but I kind of like that FedEx livery that I put together. I don't know. I think I will definitely be running this in Abu Dhabi at the end of this season. We'll be running that Cadillac livery there. And then, I don't know, I might leave it up to a poll as to who is going to run, which livery we're going to run for next year for this team before we leave them. Whether we leave them with FedEx as a title sponsor or whether we leave them with the Cadillac branding showing on the car. Choices. So, I will get a tutorial up and running for the Cadillac, for the FedEx livery and logo. That'll go up in the next couple of days. So you'll have that to look forward to if you are curious about making that yourself. Put that back on there. There we go. And obviously team colours would need to be changed as well for the uniforms, but yeah, I really do like the way that's come out. Nice little splash of colour for the grid next year as well. And an American sponsor for the American team, which is why I was thinking of going with it. But yeah, that is the FedEx car. Like I say, I'll probably put that up to a poll and let you guys decide which you want me to run for this team for next year. Because once we lock it in, it'll stay locked in. Once we go to Ferrari, the only way we can change it is if we come back to this team and change the branding again. So it will be going forward until we end our PS5 playthrough. Evening, Daniel. I'm looking forward to the F1 cars coming out. Yep, just a week to go until we start to see what deliveries look like. So not long at all. But that's it from me for tonight. If you have enjoyed tonight's stream, please do drop a like on it as well. If you're not yet subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? And be sure to hit the bell for notifications when I do go live. I'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow for round 20 with Mexico. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.